Are there worldviews? Yes, everybody has one. What's the problem? Sometimes they conflict with each other, right? Not everybody believes the same thing, and so we have conflict. We have what I call collision. And there's a battle raging right now. And this battle is a spiritual one. We are in a spiritual battle. And what's at stake? Our hearts and minds, and the hearts and minds of our students and our kids. Look at 2 Corinthians 10, 4 through 6. Should come up there. 2 Corinthians 10, 4 through 6 says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God, for pulling down strongholds, casting down arguments, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ." That's a powerful passage. Do you guys believe in spiritual warfare? Raise your hand if you do. Do you believe it's real? Yes, it is. Satan exists, and he attacks, and he's out to kill and destroy, right? A lot of people talk about spiritual warfare, but what they tend to leave out is one of the biggest areas of spiritual warfare, and that's through teaching, through doctrine, through ideas. Because every false religion out there, every cult that's out there, Satan is behind all the falsehoods that are in there. And when we defend our faith and we defend the truth, we are engaged in spiritual warfare. There's a satanic enemy against us. And it's sad to say, but I believe in a lot of areas we are losing this battle. And in our young kids, we are losing this battle. Why? Because our kids and people and even adults, we don't know what we believe or why we believe it. And we don't know how to defend our faith. And that's a problem. So where is the battleground? Well, I believe the battleground in many ways is in education. Education, what we are involved in. Look at these quotes. They're pretty amazing. That first one says, "If we do our jobs right, we will raise a whole generation of children who will reject the claims of the religious right." That comes from the Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network. What do you think about that? Pretty amazing. How about the next one? "Whoever captures the kids owns the future." Patricia Warren from the Advocate, a pro-homosexual magazine. And so what were they saying? They know that if they can get the youth going the wrong direction, they're going to win, right? Hitler knew that, right? With this Hitler youth. And we are in an amazing battle, and we need to help our kids to be able to be good soldiers for Jesus Christ and stand up for the truth. We must partner with families and churches to educate the next generation to follow Jesus Christ and the Word of God. Maybe you've heard it said, we're only, how many generations from complete destruction? Just one, right? A lot can happen in one generation. Hosea says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge," right? And so we are one generation away. And a lot of people ask me, as a Bible teacher, a lot of people come to me and I teach apologetics and world religions, cults, and they come, why do we have to learn this stuff? Why do we care about world religions? Why do we care about worldview? Can't we just, stick to the things we do and maybe just, read the Bible? And hey, I'm not opposed to reading the Bible, but I'm here to say that, what we're doing is we're telling our kids what the other guys are saying before they leave our school, right? Before they go out and leave, they're going to know some of these false philosophies and false worldviews from a biblical perspective. And I guarantee you, if they leave our schools and they go out in school, they're going to hear it. One way or another, they're going to come into contact. The only difference is what? They're not going to have any idea how that truly is from a biblical perspective. And they're going to be sucked in, and they're going to be, tossed here and there by every wind of doctrine, like Ephesians says, right? That's why 75% of Mormons today, which is a cult, if you don't know that, they are former, or these professing Protestant Christians. 75% of Mormons are former Protestant. So we have a job. A lot of people are afraid to tell our kids about worldview, about cults, world religions. Why? They're afraid. But you know what? If we are afraid to tell them about these false philosophies, in the Bible tells us to avoid false philosophies, to defend against them. But if they don't know about them, how are they going to recognize them? And we need to be able to to teach those things and not be afraid, because when we are, we're sending a message to our kids, that Christianity can't stand up against all these false philosophies. And I'm here again to show that it can. The Bible can stand up to all these false religions. Christianity can stand up to all these false teachings. The problem is our kids don't know. They're not being trained, and we need to train them. We need to train them, and I know you guys are doing an awesome job. We need to train them from when? K4, whatever, all the way up to high school, so that when they leave your school, they are prepared to defend their faith. So I say, bring it on. We can do it. We can teach them, and they can be awesome warriors for Christ.